I'm like, don't worry about that. It will come together, because if you look at a ring, for example, this ring weighs probably, let's say, it takes 3 ounces of gold to make this in the mold. You have to put 3 ounces behind it to force it into the mold to create something. Timeless isn't the finished product as an album. The thought process of Timeless is what the album's made up of. You know? Some tracks on there were 6 years before that. It's the distillation that you have, the time and preparation you take that you're putting together a track. You know, if you're going to approach a project, I think for me it's about, what do I want the theme to be of the project? I've kind of got a sound in my head, but what's the theme? What do I want to say? What do I really want to say with this? How do I have a theme that I can then come back to? And it's like anything else. So I was speaking to Rita about Sibelius, a program which I've never worked with before. And just like many years before, working with an engineer for the first time, learning the language of the engineer. If I say, reverse that 16th snare and ghost it down for 8 bars and then bring it back, it's like, I created a language with an engineer, and finally they understood my crazy mind. Oh, he means that. Okay. No man is an island. For me, I choose not to engineer because I'm a graffiti writer, so I like to be able to push myself back and look at what the picture is. I know what the picture is. I have it here. I know what it's going to be. It may only be a sketch. But if everything that we did came down to, I've got an idea, and you draw it, and there's a finished product, and it's fantastic in a second, then there'd be no concept. Where's the work in that? So you have to go through the process of, from the very beginning, of how to build this. The difficulty that we have now, in this time, is that technology is overload. You've got to make technology your bitch. You know what I mean? You've got to treat, no disrespect to him, but it's kind of like my bitch. I'm like, you know what? I need to keep this down so that I know that I am joyriding this. If you joyride a Ferrari, you see an 80-year-old guy driving the Ferrari, it's 40 kilometers, you're going, drive it, man. If you're driving it and you lose control of the car, hey, it's about pushing the parameters of the technology, because that's why they make programs, because they know that some young guy in Romania or somewhere else will go, actually, let's try it like this. You have to be able to test drive software. Some of the software that I will swear by is like a HF harmonizer, because the HF harmonizers were designed for analog equipment, guitars, voices. You can literally create a HF harmonizer is a bit like a black hole. You can create so much sound out of one sound from that thing. You can just go eternally, infinitely. And I think it's very important that it's not everyone's approach, but my approach to it is by most definitely from the get-go about concept.